The new Binance CEO is showing his teeth. Also, the Bitcoin futures open interest is soaring. What does that say about the potential price movements of Bitcoin moving forward? And we got to talk about the new announcements from BlackRock. And it seems like a small thing, but the implications are huge. So that's what we're going to cover in today's video. If you want to learn about everything that I just mentioned, be sure to watch this video until the very end. You won't regret it. In the meantime, I appreciate it if you hit the like button and hit subscribe if you haven't yet done so. And if you don't know how Toby and I are happily managing our cryptocurrency investments and sailing away in a stress-free manner, you have to check out learningcrypto.com, home of the CT Club. You get access to our cryptocurrency portfolio, trade alerts, market analysis. You basically get to be familiar with how we react and act in this cryptocurrency market. Richard Tang, the new CEO of Binance. Do you guys remember November 27th when all of these news articles were coming out about him? And, he was on the parade basically saying how he's going to be very regulatory compliant, very transparent, basically singing the same tune that CZ has been on for years now. But he was very specific in those previous articles saying how, he has a strict timeline for which he will be unleashing this information about the specifics of, let's say, audits or the headquarters and other information about Binance and how it's doing. But don't you ask him those questions if he's not ready, if it's not according to that very strict timeline. Dude, he gave some attitude with his first ever interview with Financial Times. He was saying things like, why do you feel so entitled to those answers, when he was asked about the headquarters, the location of the main headquarters of Binance, which that's been shrouded in mystery basically since Binance started. They've hopped from China to Singapore to Hong Kong. They've been everywhere. So basically, don't you dare ask this new CEO where Binance is headquartered, because he's not quite ready for that. But for someone who is boasting transparency and all of this positivity about Binance and its future, this really closed offness and defensiveness coming from the new CEO is probably leaving a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. We're going to have to wait and see how this one plays out. You guys already know how I feel about centralized exchanges and the CEOs of them. There's a lot of ego usually involved and a lot of trust involved, which is what cryptocurrency was designed to make completely irrelevant. Also, we have to talk about Bitcoin futures open interest is almost at an all-time high, which previously was set in October of 2021. Which that was 1 month before the peak of the last bull run, the last cycle. So with all this money pouring into Bitcoin futures, you have to ask yourself, and we should be asking ourselves, are these futures contracts bullish or bearish? Are people betting that Bitcoin will be bullish in the future by going long? Or are they betting that Bitcoin will be bearish in the future by going short? I mean, compared to the last year or so, this action of Bitcoin is getting everyone very excited. Obviously, we love to see a good green day. What has it been? About 7 weeks where Bitcoin has been positive in the green. So we love to see that. But has it been too long? Is it due for a pullback? And December 12th is a day for you to pay attention to, because that's when we're going to figure out if all this money pouring into Bitcoin futures are actually to go bullish in the long position or bearish in the short position. A lot of trades are happening based on this futures because futures is where manipulation comes from, right? It's where people are saying their intentions to buy or sell in the future, not actually at that moment. And a lot of people make trades based on that information. So December 12th, we're going to have to pay attention to that. According to the article that I read today about this, the writer was under the impression that most likely these are going to be long, so bullish. But you never know. There is no guarantee. But if there is a dip in Bitcoin, do you now see it as an opportunity? Was this a little reminder for you, that maybe lower prices are in the past and now we're looking forward? We are in a bull market and you can't trade against the trend, guys. Lesson number one. Also, the more long-term position you can have on Bitcoin, the better off you'll be. That's just my personal opinion. But now let's talk about what is happening with BlackRock. $100,000 has been invested basically as a seed round for BlackRock's new Bitcoin spot ETF. $100,000, that's not even a drop in the bucket. That's like a microscopic mist in the world of BlackRock. $100,000 is literally nothing for BlackRock. So why is this making the rounds in the news? First of all, this happened October 27th of 2023, and we're only learning about it now because of a recent filing that BlackRock had to produce to show the SEC of what's been happening. But what they did is they sold 4,000 shares at a price of $25 each for a total cost of $100,000. And these are seed shares for BlackRock's Bitcoin spot ETF. That means that BlackRock is so confident in their spot ETF passing that they are already selling seeding rounds of this. They're already allowing people to invest in it. And that was back in October. So yes, it's not exactly a large amount of money, but it's certainly another thing to pay attention to, and BlackRock's confidence that their spot ETF approval, that their spot Bitcoin ETF application will be approved. And there's multiple legal professionals on crypto Twitter that have voiced their opinion that the SEC will most likely behave with this ETF application as they have with past ETF applications, that they'll be passing multiple applications all at the same time to prevent any kind of market advantage for one company over another, so the SEC can't be accused of playing favorites or allowing one company to have a distinct advantage over others. So with that, I gotta ask you guys, have you been dollar cost averaging? I really hope that you have. And if you have, then you are going to be so excited and ready and prepared ahead of time for this next bull market. And you're gonna be patting yourself on the back in probably about a year or so. So congratulations to you guys. This is not financial advice. It's just my opinion, and take it or leave it. If you guys wanna know more of our opinions, got to check out learningcrypto.com. Again, the home of the CT Club. Hit like and subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow.